I've never been more addicted to a video game thanks to this humongous Doom mod. 160 items to unlock and discover, randomly generated variations of weapons, randomly generated levels, brand new demon attack patterns, and much more. Doomers, this may very well be the finest Doom mod ever made.
This is the best mod for you!
In this video, I'll be showcasing this mod in detail with minimal spoilers. You'll come to understand exactly why I believe this is the greatest Doom mod ever made. Let's answer a couple of questions you may have before we begin.
What is Mutant? It's your favorite shooter made!
Firstly, what is a roguelike? This is a popular subgenre of RPGs, generally characterized by randomness and permadeath. Secondly, what is Doom? Doom is an FPS game released in 1993. You play as a space marine, kill demon aliens, then exit the level to proceed to the next. It was important we answer those questions because this mod merges elements from both popular roguelikes and Doom into one, creating one of the most fun gaming experiences ever. At the main menu, it's very important you check in with the nerdy imp on the right before jumping into the game. If you have any incompatible settings, he'll let you know. You kinda have to fiddle around with your settings until the error messages go away, so in future updates, I'd like to see the recommended or required settings mentioned as well. On the left, you'll see your in-game progress, stuff like how many attempted runs you've made and how many total hours you've spent in-game. Always need to document the good time you've had playing the game. And down the middle is where you choose what kind of run you want to play. Currently, you can only play the classic mode and change difficulties, but the mod author 𝘶 is working on a new game mode, Limbo, where the experience will take place in randomly generated dungeons, making the mod more true to popular roguelikes of the genre like Enter the Gungeon. Let's take a look at the classic mode and everything the mod has to offer so far. This is the starting area, called Limbo. Your first time visiting here at the start of each run, you'll be offered a random gun. But you'll always be given an upgrade box which usually contains one of the 160 items in the game. 135 are passive upgrades and 25 are active abilities. There's so much more to Limbo than meets the eye. The entire place is very well designed. The pillars and marble textures give it an ancient or mysterious vibe, but we'll come back to it later. For now, let's walk through the mist into our first level. You'll notice the levels look familiar, and that's because the classic mode makes use of all the levels in the original Doom 1 and 2 episodes. If you've never played the levels before, don't worry, the game will help you by telling you where to go and what to do to get to the exit. Oftentimes, there will be many random changes to spice up these maps. Hazard floors are likely to change, the weather may forecast bloody skies, and the overall map layout may be altered slightly in a variety of ways. One more thing, keep your eyes peeled for cracked walls. Unlike your ass crack, you'll want to dig away at these spots. A button will be revealed and transport you into a secret bonus room. It's little pieces of content like this that make roguelikes so exciting to play, and Doom Infinite understands that. Moving on, the bestiary features the good old demons we know and love. But stay on guard, because almost every monster can now perform a couple of new and unique attacks. For example, imps may fire a barrage of fireballs at you, or charge up a single large fireball among their basic attacks. Barons will stomp the ground and send shockwaves of hellfire your way. Cacodemons can spit out rings of argent energy. Revenants can now trace you with a laser and fire rockets at higher speed. Those were just some of the new demon attacks. I love this feature because it makes the demons more interesting to fight. You can't just circle strafe and kill everything with ease anymore. It's also a brilliant way to rejuvenate a roster we've come to be so familiar with over the years. And if the thought of new demon attack patterns scares you, worry not, because you've also got a couple of new inclusions to your good old weapons arsenal: the grenade launcher and sniper cannon. All the weapons have randomly generated variants with different ammo types and unique proficiencies. Dual pistols, dual miniguns, a plasma super shotgun, and so much more. On top of that, you can also mod your guns, altering what ammo type they use, or just increasing their base stats using mod packs that you'll find along your journey. The arsenal and modding system are cool and all, but imagine if the mod could someday be compatible with Doom roguelike arsenal. Just thinking about that made me in my pants. DOS, shut up and take my money, please make it happen. Another thing that gets me just as excited is attaining a good item from upgrade boxes, which may spawn on the level if you're lucky. Passive upgrades will help you in a variety of ways, ranging from a simple stat boost to granting you a plasma drone and spawning in a helping hand. You can also stack a passive if you happen to find another of the same item. Not all items are entirely beneficial, however. Some have downsides that may end up becoming your undoing. You won't know what a given item does unless you pick it up and see for yourself. Then encountering that same item again, there will be a description telling you what it does. I love that. It makes it so you'll have to experiment and uncover what items do yourself, giving the game a sense of mystery but also discovery. Active upgrades, on the other hand, are more like an extra weapon in your inventory which you can use by pressing the hotkey. And there's usually a cooldown on most of these. The effects range from firing projectiles from your hands, becoming invulnerable for a few seconds, to the ability to dash. Some passives and actives synergize very well together, and I'm pretty sure a few items have unique synergies with unique weapons, sort of like the stuff you'd see in The Binding of Isaac. The sprites on active items are so polished and don't seem out of place among Doomguy's arsenal. I also love the sound effects that play on activating your ability. Now, let's talk mechanics. Enemies and pickups are zapped onto the map continuously, so you can stay on any given level as long as you like to farm souls. But your curse rank will go up as time goes on, which will make the game harder the more you play. With the increasing difficulty, there will be more level hazards, curses, and tougher monsters, but also better loot. Careful, because you see this ring surrounding the medkit? It's a trap, as well as those spikes that come up from beneath the ground. Champion enemies will also become more likely to spawn, and most are fine, but the invisible black smoke champions are so annoying. If they spawn in excess, you'll essentially become blinded until you kill them. I don't think that's fair, so maybe reduce the spawn chance on these things. Anyhow, to successfully exit the level, you must first collect a number of souls. You earn souls by slaying demons. Those souls come in handy when you finally decide to explore the ever-shifting dungeons of Limbo. This is my favorite aspect of Doom Infinite. Limbo consists of a few randomly generated handcrafted areas. As far as I know, there's a total of 3 that you can explore after beating a given level. Those rooms may have you solving puzzles, fighting demons, platforming, or everything at once. After beating a level, you'll come back to Limbo again, and the rooms will change, giving you more challenges with potential prizes. I reckon the upcoming Limbo mode would consist of rooms like this, but they'd be interconnected by hallways or teleport doors to form a dungeon that would serve as a randomly generated level. Add a boss fight room guarding each dungeon's exit, and that would make Limbo mode incredible. Overall, the game oozes polish and quality from its sound design all the way to its gameplay and even UI. The damn thing even has lore. That's how far the devs have gone to make this game feel official. I'm excited to see what this mod has in store for us in the future. But right now, I gotta get back to playing and dying over and over again.
You shoot the demons, and then you die.
That was Doom Infinite by Difficult Old Stuff. One man, for the most part, was able to create this insane game. This is way better than most roguelikes on Steam, so it blows my mind that something like this is free. The developer had been working on this for 5 years, and seeing his early work on some 2D platformer shows how far he's come and makes you wonder how he got here. As a kid, DOS would regularly play Doom. As he got better at the game, he would try to beat the game with a challenging handicap, like using no mouse or never manually switching weapons. He's always wanted to make the simple gameplay loop of Doom more interesting. One day he got bored, so he downloaded a bunch of modding tools and started experimenting with the game. The result was a slightly randomized and goofy Doom experience. His work modding and playing Doom was mostly for streaming online, and slowly, his audience would be more and more interested in what he had cooking. And from there, the puzzle pieces that make up the Doom Infinite we love today started forming. Curses, monsters, enchantments, items, and everything. The project was still a prototype at the time, dubbed Ran Doom. DOS became obsessed with this project, and even when things seemed impossible, he would still find a way.
This project is very complicated. I don't even understand half of it.
He's always wanted to make his own game ever since he was a kid, and finally he got to do that. And so he'd spend countless hours fixing, improving, innovating, and testing. From there, DOS and a small team of helpers would finally release the first demo version of Doom Infinite after a couple of years of constant effort and work.
So I'm sacrificing a lot to make it happen because I want this to happen. To you, it might be just a Doom mod. For me, it's 5 years of my life.
Their goal isn't to make a popular Doom mod, but rather to create a game that they themselves would enjoy playing.
This is going to be the first public demo released.
Yes, Doom Infinite is still a demo, even with all the content I mentioned in the video. Just imagine how much content there would be in its final version.
This is only the beginning, really.
The mod's development team has a Patreon page, so head over there and support the creation of this brilliant project.
If you want to play the best FPS roguelike ever, help us! I'm losing hair! Support us and help us bring the best mod to your home today.
But the reality is, I just don't have money.
In this video, we learned what combining Doom and roguelikes would spawn. But what if Doom and Blood had a baby? Click this video to find out.